For women in general and children, the risks in life generally are much higher when they are not being provided with access to clean water and sanitation. Generally, we need to understand that it is a feminist issue, and we can never address any water issue globally without looking at it from a gender perspective. Time poverty is a huge issue for women. Women are the main caregivers globally, and women are mainly responsible for fetching water. So time is a huge issue. In sub-Saharan Africa, women and girls spend on average 200 million hours per day collecting water, but obviously collectively in sub-Saharan Africa. So this is time that women cannot spend creating or generating an income for the household. And it's also time that girls cannot attend school and get an education. Then obviously physical burden, carrying heavy loads of water for kilometers each day is really harmful for the physical condition of the women. And then also other severe injuries that can occur throughout on the way of going back and forth from their households to the water source, carrying their babies on top of the water, then waterborne diseases. Women, as the caregivers, obviously are more in touch with water sources, unclean water sources, but also with unhealthy children and elderly. So if there's no real opportunity to remain clean, to wash their hands properly, to wash the cooking instruments, to wash the clothes, the risk for infection is huge. So also in terms of this physical aspect, women are more at risk. Menstrual hygiene is a huge issue and something that Drip by Drip is more and more working on. The fact that women cannot properly and safely manage the menstruation if they do not have access to clean water is a huge issue, because obviously there's a huge risk for infections. And then childbirth, you need clean water in order to give birth to a child. The risk for the children of getting infections in the very early days of their life on Earth is really dependent on clean water. Breastfeeding. So, I mean, everything that women deal with in order to reproduce, in order to have children, in order to make sure that they can properly grow, depends on clean water. There is an increase of sexual assault on women when they address basically men who are able to decide about water sources. Then decision-making power. Women are not part of the table generally or universally in the world to make decisions about where water access will be implemented and if it's really sustainable and if it's really accessible for them.